From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise Podcast, a Rounded Edge Media production. Thank you so much for joining us. And by us, of course, I'm referring to Rick, a.k.a. the Round Python Ben, a.k.a. Mexican Nostradamus, and myself, Benjamin James, here for another incredible episode. Shout out to Mike Tacklebox for the music. And unfortunately for this year, episode 67, I will not be present. But hopefully before too long, things will get back to normal. But in the meantime, you do have the privilege of listening to the informative wisdom of the Brown Python and Mexican Nostradamus, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun, informative, stimulating episode. So let's get underway.
So my trip to Boys Town, man, that was pretty much it, dude. It was crazy.
That's rough, man. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's a dark.
Man, that girl was not the same after that. I'll tell you that.
I just don't. I don't even understand. And like the anatomy of the human being doesn't permit that to really occur, but it happens.
Yeah.
And you just like, oh, like this should not be physically possible.
Every Thursday night at Boys Town, man, Nuevo Laredo, Mexico.
I bet you she removed her like left-sided lung or something just so everything would fit correctly, because it's madness.
That's crazy.
We're recording. We're recording.
Did Benjamin press a button again? Holy shit!
Oh
man.
God, he did it from the astral plane. That crazy man fucking drops in, does his magical things. And you heard me correctly, guys. This is Skip the Noise podcast, and tonight will be myself, Mexican Nostradamus, and it will also be the Brown Python, but we will be missing our anchor, our moderator, Benjamin James tonight. He's back again in the astral plane, the ether of the universe, trying to figure out, what came first, the chicken or the egg, which, he's going to get there, right? I mean, he's going to get there.
Last week's show, he was actually on fire, man. He took over that show. Yeah.
He was, dude.
Yeah, happy to have him here.
Yeah, it was nice to have him back. But tonight you will be we were going to try to hold it down tonight. We have some seriously fucked up topics tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, there's no way to not have a really fucked up topic lately, right? I mean, so I guess just to kick the fucking ball off, dude, we're gonna have to hit up Del Rio, Texas, right? I mean, really, that's the most Texas.
We got these draconian mandates.
Right, we got everything.
Dude,
so much shit.
I thought that once Biden would have been elected, we would stop talking about politics and maybe move on to like technology or some shit like that, or sports. But no, man, like the fuckery just keeps coming, dude. It keeps getting worse.
I will not disagree with you. It's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty miserable. Not necessarily miserable in the aspects of, it's not miserable as in day-to-day life, really. It's just miserable at seeing all the catastrophic failures that have occurred. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Yeah. So like my life during the Trump era was worse because I had to literally see motherfuckers with Trump flags driving up and down all the time. Right now, not so much. But now I had to see us like catastrophic failures, like complete catastrophic failures occurring with this presidency. I mean, it's
pretty much every week, man.
Yep.
Every week.
Yep.
It's something.
Oh, and they're catastrophic. They're not like, oh, hey, Biden, he threw up at a dinner. This is like, oh, yeah, so we pulled out Afghanistan and there's a suicide bombing, or, hey, we're watching over what is probably going to be the biggest immigration snafu in a really long time, beyond just the caravans. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, you have to be very honest with yourself as a liberal, as a Democrat, and you have to really, and you can't be. And for all those out there that are trying to defend him doggedly and say this and that, you really have to some point take a look at yourself, because you were saying horrible things about the Trump supporters who are doing the same thing, watching a horrible failing president who worships Satan and uses baby blood to dry his skin. You had to watch this guy, but that's what we said about Trump supporters, but now they're doing it for Biden. I mean, we're literally fucked, right? The Democrat Party is fucked.
Yeah.
It's infighting. It's destroying itself right now. You have the crazy left, and you have the wannabe right Democrats, and then you have an old man, and then you have a woman that nobody even fucking likes at all.
Well, she's MIA, dude.
Oh,
she's
no.
the border czar. Where the hell is she?
She made a comment today saying that she's wanting to have a conversation with somebody regarding this, and she's gonna be to the bottom of it. She's probably the one that told those dudes to do that shit. But anyways, so let's
recap what happened in Del Rio, and then we'll see.
Let's kick off the topic.
Then you tell me what you saw today. You texted all of us. Go ahead.
Oh God. All right. Oh God. Well, God. So let's start with the recap. So unfortunately, it was pretty crazy. There is a incident right now in Del Rio, Texas, where there were, at one point, I believe they said 14,000 or 15,000 Haitian immigrants that had, I guess, come from Mexico. I did see, that's the one thing that I don't completely understand, how they went from Haiti to Mexico.
No.
Or how they got there. That's one thing I'm a little confused. Maybe you can fill in on that. How did they get there?
Okay, no. What happened was, these are Haitian immigrants who came from, of course, Haiti and migrated to South Central America, and Mexico. Okay, as illegal immigrants in those. But that's a really
long. That's a really long route,
dude. No, it's not relative to what we've seen in the border. We've seen Africans who fly into Brazil. We've seen we've seen Hindi Indians.
Okay. Yep.
Migrate to Americas.
Right.
Cross through the border. Okay. So there were a lot of things going. I mean, there's people from all over the world who exploit this thing. So people coming from the island of Haiti into Central America isn't far-fetched.
Well, see, I get you, but isn't Haiti like, okay, just pulling up the world map, right? Or the map of the Caribbean and everything. Haiti just physically does not seem like that's a good, like, that seems like something seems very off to me about that. Right?
I mean, you're talking about generations of Haitians.
Well, look, so
come over time. It's going to happen.
Okay, so check this out. Haiti is closer to Cuba, it seems like, than, parts of Haiti seem like Port-au-Prince is very close to Guantanamo. And there's several, right? And which is 90 minutes away from the tip of Florida. So what you're saying is these people landed in Cancun, which is, dude, a pretty good trip by boat. Went from Cancun or from Guatemala, dude, if they went to Honduras, that's a really long trip. And somehow 15,000 people filtered all to Del Rio, Texas. But something seems a little off about that, right? Like, because it seems the situation seems very weird to me. Not saying that, of course this is happening, right? This is a real problem. I'm not saying that it's not happening, but there seems to be some fuckery involved, because how did 15,000 Haitians get there? Okay,
there is a lot. Okay, there's a lot of fuckery involved, and I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
So what you have going on is this route to Del Rio was suggested by, according to some reports, it was suggested by drug cartels and smugglers that if they wanted to cross into America, they should go through Del Rio because the river is lower there. Okay. Secondly, this was instigated by drug cartels in Mexico to divert resources away from the ports of entry into this area. If they flood the area with 15,000 illegal immigrants,
that's okay. That makes more sense.
Leave the ports of entry and the Border Patrol checkpoints at the border cities empty, which they have been. They're not being manned right now. The Border Patrol checkpoint in Laredo, Texas, at mile marker 28, I believe, 25 or 28, it's not manned right now. So anyone with an 18-wheeler of weed can go right in.
Okay. Well, not weed, probably cocaine, right?
Cocaine, yeah, probably cocaine.
Come on, if you're the drug cartel and you're still shipping marijuana, you need to find a new business.
Or a fentanyl, you're right. So
or meth, whatever it is.
So this is what's happening right now. This is how 15. Wait, there's another thing. There's another layer to this. It just so happens that on September 8th, the Biden administration decided not to deport Haitian immigrants from the United States. That's why they're the majority Haitian now, because they called their friends up and they said, hey, there's a route past to Del Rio. If they catch you, they're not going to deport you. Now, I believe that has since changed. I think they're now going to start flights to deport people back to Haiti. But
no, they are. They've actually started shuttling them from the spot. But okay, continue.
But what caused this mess in the first place was that moratorium on deporting people back to Haiti. So that's why you see a majority of Haitian immigrants. And that's why they converge in Del Rio. And this is a benefit to the drug cartels who want to ship things onto the major highways, starting from the ports of entry.
And that I get. That I see. That's the one angle that I was slightly not really confused about, but I knew it was there, was the cartels in a sense. So I was like, well, how are they gaining? But that makes perfect sense. They're concentrating the border patrol over there, and they're not, that way they can do what they want to do. So nonetheless, we have 15,000 Haitian immigrants under a bridge in Del Rio, Texas. And this bridge, I think, is what spans is because they cross over, they cross the Rio Grande, right? And then they get to underneath this bridge, which is actually in Del Rio, correct? Is it actually in the United States?
It's in the United States, yes.
Okay.
It crosses over to the United States, yes.
Okay. So they have officially, they're under the bridge, in a bridge in Del Rio, Texas, that actually is on the United States side. So we have 15,000 Haitian immigrants there. And it's been a catastrophic failure for immigration, for the Biden administration, for everyone, because you literally have 15,000 people who built a shanty town underneath a bridge and no one's done anything about it.
Now, here's the thing now. And this is where things got a little hairy. So I don't know if you remember, about 2 weeks ago, the Supreme Court said that the Biden administration had to reinstate a Trump-era policy of remain in Mexico. Remember that? Biden administration now has to abide by that. So you're thinking, well, why doesn't he just send him back to Mexico and have a wait over there? Well, he can't, because the original agreement that Trump had with Mexico was that Central and South Americans were allowed to remain in Mexico, but not Haitians or Caribbean nationals. Okay. So no, Mexico will not hold on to them in Mexico. They will not take them back. So now they're stuck. They're stuck between the border and the river.
I got you.
Yeah. They're not allowed to remain in Mexico because that was part of the Trump era policy that they agreed no Haitian immigrants are allowed to remain in Mexico.
I got you. Well, but right now they're in the process of removing them. I mean, there's no other really nice way to say it. So they're in the process of removing them. They've enacted, I believe, is some Act 42 that's currently under the pandemic rules, the COVID rules. So they're basically using a technicality to get them directly sent back to Haiti. So there are multiple flights running daily now, and they're taking them all back. I believe there is actually a number of them that may qualify for something. So they may not take them all, but they have started breaking up that town. Of course, what we saw were some horrific pictures, are just really bad pictures of the way the the Border Patrol was acting towards the Haitian immigrants. Well, it was pretty fucked up. They had literally it looked like, I can't explain it other than trying to explain it in movie terms, but it looks like when Braveheart's horses are charged, when the English army is charging down like Braveheart's army. I mean, they got these two guys on horseback wrangling. I mean, it looks like they're literally wrangling a Haitian immigrant. And the optics is disgusting. The optics is disgusting and brings up a whole lot of issues with American history. So yeah, definitely a travesty, to say the least. It
looks like, when you go to the rodeo and you see those two cowboys and they're going to wrangle the little calf, and they throw the one lasso on the head and the other lasso on the legs. That's exactly what they do there, but except you only need one lasso because it's only a person.
Boy. Yeah. Oh boy. And here comes the vaquero. himself laying down
That's right.
the roping abilities. But yeah, no, that's what it looks like. It was disgusting. This
Is
what,
it disgusting? But
it is disgusting.
It is disgusting. But is it?
It's disgusting. They're human beings.
Surprising? Is it surprising?
It's not. Well, okay, look, and this is where this will seem like a conversation that's been occurring, but it had. We were kind of going back and forth on text regarding this, but it just seems like because right now you can definitely blame the federal government for this, right? I mean, this is a federal government issue, but there is also a super toxic culture in the Border Patrol, stroked by Trump and by a lot of people, including our own, the Wonder Wheels himself, Abbott, that also kind of make a very destructive or kind of a scary, terrorizing force. And the way that they're treating these people, it doesn't seem like they're really treating them like people. But of course, these are pictures. Pictures taken one way look different another way. But apparently a lot of people said it was pretty bad.
No, what it is, those pictures are pretty bad. And the reason that's occurring is what I mentioned in the text thread, is that it shows a lack of leadership from the top.
Well, I disagree. I don't think it shows a lack of leadership. Rather, it shows what happens when somebody finds a loophole in these bullshit situations that we're setting up right now to try to avoid immigration. And this is on both parties. Like I said a long time ago, the Democrats do not give a shit about immigrants or Mexicans or anybody else. So this is where it's coming back on everybody. This is where it's happening. This is where we're starting to see this. So I think I don't think it's necessarily just a Biden problem. Unfortunately, though, it did fall during his watch.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is a lack of leadership, because what's being allowed to happen is you're allowing law enforcement to take control of the situation and provide a plan to process these people. You're letting law enforcement do that. Since when has law enforcement ever been known to care about human rights or have any class?
Now you're saying this? Now you're saying this. Yeah, you're saying this.
Dude, I've seen it. I've been seeing how law enforcement is being used for COVID lockdowns all over the world. Now I'm starting to figure out that
now you're cool.
Law enforcement is they're the least people that you want to take care of your human rights. They're not going to. They're going to chase you down with horses and wrangle you up, because that's what they do.
Right, but
unless you have someone at the top telling you, hey, this is the plan, this is how we're going to process it, and this is how we're going to get the fuck out of here.
I don't get why they had to use horses. I just don't get the horse thing. There's plenty of fucking cars they could be in. I guess you can
hit them with the car. I don't see why not.
Much better, but it looked better than the horses. But right, so I do have to agree, though. There is an issue with the Biden administration right now. They're not making any real decisions. They're not making any concrete stance. It's like either you say let them all the fuck in, or kick them all out, but don't let a situation like this grow. There's no way Biden didn't know that this was a problem, right? I mean, there's no way the president of the the president of the United States does not have information about a this type of magnitude issue. So he knew. I just think that. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, bro. This one's really bad, because I have to say, I mean, I have to agree with you to the aspect that, of course, it does show a lack of leadership. We do have a lack of leadership in this country. It's just kind of gross. It's getting really gross. It's getting really gross here.
You held back saying free world. We're not a free world anymore, huh?
No.
I heard you hold it back on that.
Yeah, United States. Yeah, we're not free. And I don't give a fuck if you're Republican or Democrat. We're not free anymore, folks. This shit's changing quite fast, and all you dumb fucking morons had to play in it. But in the end, yeah, man, this is sad. This is really sad. Of course, immigration will always play near and dear to my heart. But this is one of those situations where this was, we knew this was a problem. Right? 15,000 people just don't show up in one day.
Yeah.
So it's just it is very sick. I mean, it's really hard being a Democrat right now, with these type of things happening. So seeing the reaction, it's bad. It's hard. I'm almost a loss for words for a lot of it, honestly.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, the only thing that these people have going for them right now is that they can actually walk back across the river because the water is low,
right?
And get supplies from the nearest Mexican town and come back. I think it's a Ciudad Acuna.
Yeah, Acuna's right there.
Yeah, so they can go back and get supplies like that. But yeah, man, it's messed up. I mean, if they decide to open up Amistad Dam, those people are going to stay there. They're going to have, they can't open up Amistad Dam right now because you have all these people camped out on the side of the road, on the side of the banks.
Well, right now, a lot's actually going down because they're basically going to, I mean, they're already starting to fly them out. So they're trying to go back to Mexico. And of course, we're going to have to deal with the Mexican authorities on that side.
Yeah.
But they're already trying to get away, but they're already starting to fly them back. I think the first 4 or 5 flights went out today back to Port-au-Prince. Either way, this should have been done. This could have been done a different way. This could have been handled different. Oh God, dude, fuck no, they didn't use Spirit. Not even, dude. They don't use Spirit for shit. The only thing, dude, no Spirit. If fuck Spirit.
Hey man, hey, it's cheap tickets. I mean, they're illegal immigrants. I mean, they broke the law. They should at least get Spirit as his punishment.
Oh God, no, that's not. No one should be punished that way. The only time you take Spirit is if you're like, just don't give a fuck. You're drunk and you have $50 to get across the country. That's why you take Spirit. That place is a shithole, man. Every single time I have seen fights. I've seen people like arguing. Like dudes, like, oh my God, like it's horrible. Look, one time I was flying back from Denver. It looked like a fucking video. Like it looked like a rap video. There are people dancing. Spirit is shit. So no, I hope we show more class and send them back with fucking Spirit.
It looked like a ghetto version of Soul Plane.
Oh, dude, right? It was worse than Soul Plane. At least Soul Plane was clean.
Yeah, exactly. At least Soul Plane was clean.
The Spirit planes, they're not even clean. It's just shit. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. But that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. So to all the hopefully to everyone who's getting home, hopefully you're not on a Spirit airline right now when you're listening to us, because if you are, pray and close your eyes and
make it out alive.
I'm pretty sure Spirit is the one that created COVID. I mean, allegedly. There's just a special mixing of shit there that could basically, it probably made the Delta variant, to be quite honest. I don't know why they call it the Delta variant. They should call it the Spirit variant. But moving on from just this one catastrophe to the next, stock market has had the worst day it's had in almost since July. It dropped 2 points almost. On news, it was on Monday, dropped 2 points total. So it dropped, I believe, somewhere at one point it was 900 points. I think it dropped somewhere around 700 to 670. So 1.7. So, it was a pretty good chunk. One of the biggest losing days of the year so far.
Index funds did not do too well. Yesterday or even today, man. They keep dropping.
Well, we're seeing some serious issues, and the crypto market is fucking tanking.
Yeah,
not looking good for crypto because but it's kind of funny. This all happens around the time that we, of course, were talking about Evergrande, which has now gone further and further into the pit of failure. Basically, everyone knows that this is going to happen. Several corporations are involved. One of them being BlackRock Capital is one of the biggest. Like basically, like they purchased a lot of the properties for them. They're the acting agent, but also they have quite a bit of money in this whole thing. Which, of course, we were talking about, which we're buying up tons and tons of real estate here in the United States. So this is pretty crazy, guys. We're seeing a 2% drop. They've already talked about 10 to 15% corrections I mean, we're about to see some wild shit go down.
Here's how bad it is. So Evergrande doesn't have money to pay these debtors, right?
No, they
But
don't.
what
They
do
can
have
no,
a
they
lot,
can't even pay their interest.
exactly. So what they're doing is that they're taking all these properties and paying off their debts, but they don't. But that's not solving the problem of paying off the interest. They
Right.
still need liquid cash to pay off that interest.
Yep.
You can't pay off interest with land. You just can't.
No,
So
you cannot.
they're going to default on their interest payments.
Oh,
And
yeah. Well, they're close to default. I think once the default hits is when we see another 2 or 3 points drop off the stock market. And we start seeing, dare to say, we may see some crazy fluctuation in the home market too, and in properties overall.
now the size of Evergrande, it's slightly smaller than Lehman Brothers.
Well, right. But
Yeah.
after looking deeper into it, there is some conjecture that they actually are quite a bit larger. But
Really?
of course, the Chinese government doesn't want it to be released because it could show the severe, substantial consequences of this failure. So it could be
Wow.
bigger than we think. Or
Dude,
smaller.
imagine that.
Chinese government is kind of that way, right?
You think you're hoping that they're just thumping their chest about the size of the company?
Maybe. Or this company may hold quite a bit more in liabilities, especially with the Chinese real estate market, or just Chinese real estate in total is worth shit. So, there's not an issue with housing in China. Like, there's so many houses. There's, like we talked about, there's ghost cities where there's like, they're built for like 10 million, but they have 720 inhabitants. I mean, unfinished buildings, it's pretty bad. So that's what I'm saying. You see this, you really got to be nervous about what's going to happen economically in the next couple of weeks.
Have you seen the people, the videos of the people just protesting in
Oh,
China?
dude, they're banging
like,
on his windows.
Yeah,
they got
dude.
cops surrounding everything. That military. Oh, it's bad.
I saw a picture, and I don't know if this is a real or not, but I saw a picture of a Evergrande executive being held hostage.
Yeah, laying in his hotel room.
He laying in his hotel room, yeah. Until he gives back some of the money.
Well, I to me, and this sounds crazy. To me, I really see this situation as being really, really, really jacked up now. Because if you look at it, you see all these protesters and all this stuff. What we touched on this the other day. When has China ever allowed protesters?
Never.
Exactly. But now they're showing all these people protesting.
Well, here's the thing, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like this is the narrative they want to happen too.
Well, yes and no. Okay, here's what's going on. Chinese people, they can't invest like Americans can. They don't have a lot of confidence in their stock market. They don't have a lot of confidence in companies that they are allowed to buy into. What they do have a lot of confidence is real estate. So families, pull their money together and they'll buy 2 or 3 apartment buildings and put them out for rent, and that's how they create an investment
Or make wealth at what some
or make wealth. Yeah, that's how they make wealth, or side hustle kind of thing. But if this is the preferred method of investment for your average Chinese citizen, and you have nearly 1 billion of them, yeah, dude, there's gonna be a lot of pissed people, man. And no amount of censorship on this protest is gonna quell that.
Oh, bro, did you see Tiananmen Square?
I was probably like 2, I think.
Yeah, well, I saw it. No, if the Chinese want to stomp a rebellion, they will, and they'll use tanks. So I think this is a lot of narrative, bro. This is a lot of narrative. This one, dude. They had their own internet, just like we do. Everything's censored, big time.
You think the Chinese military is going to roll in with tanks into Beijing, and no one's going to bat an eye?
Yeah, dude. I think what's going to happen is people are going to go in their houses and stop protesting. I think this is a narrative that the Chinese are trying to propagate too, because we could be on the cusp of the catalyst of a huge financial collapse. So this could be the second thing China did to fuck everybody up. First, they created a fucking super virus that sent the world into a pandemic stricken, alternate dimension. And now their overexpansion and continuous printing of money and basically, what's it called? Just currency, like they're doctoring their currency, doctoring their whole.
Yeah,
exactly. And so since they created a pandemic, which is now causing a financial collapse also. So it's like, man, China sure does know how to fuck everybody up. So I think they're going to try to act like they're the good guys right now. Like, oh yeah, fuck you guys. There's no way. We only want honest investors, or some bullshit like that, which we all know is stupid. Like, come on, China. You fucking come on. The amount of shit lifted from the United States in regards to intellectual properties is got to be out of this world, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think CCP is going to learn very quickly though. Don't fuck with another man's money.
Dude. All I know is CCP. Okay, we're going to veer off into a short history lesson of the CCP, but the CCP basically said we want everyone to not live on farms, but to come live in the cities or industrialize. Yeah, they caused their own great famine and killed 20 million people.
Yeah,
didn't budge. CCP, the CCP had a second revolution after the initial revolution because they wanted to make sure everyone was still cool. So what they did was they got all the young kids to kill all the old people, except for the grand leader himself, who somehow remained cool. It was a cultural revolution, and they literally would pull old people that were entrenched or part of the party, even its own party members. They would take them out, berate them. A lot of them disappeared, but they would have these mock trials being led by 13-year-olds, reading off people's charges about how they aren't super communist. So you're fucking telling me that this same CCP that rolled over bodies and tanks in Tiananmen Square on international news live doesn't control some type of narrative? No, bro. Sorry. The CCP is not scared of anything. Hell, the only thing CCP is scared of is itself. That's it. So no, I think there's a narrative here. I think China's going to try to act like they're being the good guys and trying to bust this horrible corporation. But in all honesty, they funded them, they started them, and probably up until they knew everything was about to go to shit, we're supporting them.
So the default, what do you think is going to happen to the markets?
I think we're going to see 15, 20 corrections, maybe. I mean, it depends on what the United States does. We've got these hokey fucking rules now with the stock market, where if it drops more than 5% a day, they'll lock down the market, which I don't see how that's capitalism at all.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's financial. How is that laissez-faire? How is that even a conservative ideal?
Well, the things that doesn't even work, because they could stop the market for an hour or whatever. And once they start it back up, it's going to keep falling. I mean, I'm not exactly sure if they're trying to prevent the sell-off from happening or whatever, but it's going to sell off at the end of the day, man. I mean, they can't halt trading for forever.
Well, but did you see what they did? Like GameStop, right? GameStop was on that meteoric rise, and then they just stopped it. Yeah. Oh, this is bullshit. We think it's bullshit. It's like, wait, what are you saying? But if the whole market starts crashing, oh, this is bullshit too. We're going to stop it. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good. That's not real capitalism. That's an issue. But nonetheless, we'll see. I mean, depends on what the government does, right? And with a weak president, you have a financial turmoil. Democrats can't even agree on what to do. Republicans can't agree on what to do. We got, of course, looming in the background, and they're already making news, is we got possible another government shutdown, spending bills coming right back up. And right now, nobody can agree.
Yeah, not even the Democrats within themselves.
No. You got like I told you have the super left, and then you have the wannabe Republicans trying to go at it. And it's just it's not a good situation right now. It's not. So you think about all these problems. You have a country on the fold of potential financial collapse. And then you go ahead and throw in a government shutdown. When the government shutdown happens every single time, I believe it's at least 1,000 points. That could be just enough, the poison pill enough to just set the whole dominoes on fire. Just set it all off.
Well, you see, yeah, you're right. Here's a problem though. And here's the arguments between Joe Manchin and the rest of the Democrats is, why are you going to approve a $3 trillion spending bill when we have this pandemic which has not been resolved yet, and we don't know where it's going to lead us? I mean, we may have another shutdown. People may need money or some sort of a bailout, and you're spending $3 trillion on infrastructure that, quite frankly, can wait. You can wait on such a pandemic.
I don't think so. I think infrastructure is, and I'm not going to say that we need to go to spend $3 trillion. That's all I'm saying. But infrastructure has been a serious fucking problem in this country for the last 20 years.
Is that, you know what? The sad thing is, those $3 trillion aren't going to go to infrastructure.
No,
that's the problem. Of course not.
Well, nothing ever goes to anybody except for rich people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so, but we do have we do have a serious infrastructure problem in this country. We're not prepared for. I mean, if you look at us, our internet sucks compared to the rest of the world. We're not prepared for the true evolution of the workforce, which has been not only work from home, but almost, way that America is almost completely a service industry type economy, the gig economy included. We don't even have the infrastructure to really truly support how big that can get.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're just fucking barely getting 5G here. People still fucking talk about internet upload and download speeds of 10 megabytes. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous, So I just think at this point in time, we have we just are not ready for business, and our infrastructure is seriously fucked.
Yeah. But those $3 trillion, they're not going to go to infrastructure. They're going to go to gender studies somewhere in some college.
Whatever. Okay,
like Antifa U or something. I don't know, man. That's how it is.
Oh boy, the Antifa
the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center. It's gonna go to the transgendered studies for I don't know how to make cupcakes or some shit. I don't know, man.
Oh boy, well, this is better than it going to Trump Jr.'s dead hooker fund. I mean, like that. They those talk about some grifters. Those fuckers got a lot of money out of that whole thing. A lot of money.
No, they did not, man.
Yeah, they did. A bunch of fucking grifters.
So did Hunter,
and then I hate to break it to you, but then we put the Antichrist himself in play. I mean, Jared Kushner is the Antichrist.
How so?
Pull a picture of him. Pull up a fucking, and if you're fucking
Jared
lying,
Kushner and Mark Zuckerberg and Jen Psaki, they all look the fucking same to me. Okay.
No, oh my God, bro. Do not tell me that when you look at his fucking face that you don't see the devil. He looks exactly like, I mean, dude, if there was a fucking Antichrist, it would be Jared Kushner. It is. Look at him. Look at his picture right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
You're fucking smiling. You're fucking smiling. You know what I'm saying is right.
No,
they put the Antichrist in play.
This could go horribly wrong if I see this in my mind, okay? Benjamin's gonna have to press that censor button, man. He's gonna have to skip this whole segment if I say what I'm about to say, but I'm not.
Oh my God, please tell me. Oh my God, I think I already heard a little of it coming out, but dude, Jared Kushner 100% looks like the Antichrist, no doubt.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna get canceled tonight.
No, bro, we're far down that rabbit hole. But yeah, I do see. So if you're out there, and remember, we're not financial advisors. There's going to be substantial market movement and change and instability over the next couple of
Well,
next couple of weeks.
Anticipated. We don't know yet. I mean,
Anticipated.
like you said, we're not.
Yeah, we're not financial advisors, but definitely keep your eyes on the market. And if you have substantial investments, really, really make sure you have you get one of those. You know the red phones, or the bat line.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have a direct line to your fucking broker to start yanking shit out, because it could get pretty bad in there. We could see. I don't think we'll go as bad as what happened at the beginning of the pandemic, but we're going to see quite a bit of. I bet you the market goes back to 25, 26.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's where it really should have stayed. This 30s shit is madness. This is just all madness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, anyways, moving on. Go ahead.
You know, so I remember I told you I took the vaccine a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm back in skeptical territory.
Oh, Jesus.
I am.
You already have it in you. You can already put metal objects that stick to your body.
That second dose, you know, I was all on board about it, but now I'm back in skeptical territory, and I'll tell you why.
Oh boy, here it goes.
All right. So as you know, Joe Biden and the administration have mandated the vaccine for people who do business with the government and the companies and employees above 100, this and that, right? But you know, I was looking at some of the groups that are exempt from this. And do you know who's exempt from this?
I think you told me. Isn't
fucking Congress. Congress is exempt from this.
Well, of course they are.
There are 435 members of Congress, and they're clearly above the 100 employee threshold. Why is Congress exempt from taking the vaccine? Do they know something that we don't?
Well, of course they do. They know we're all going to become lizard people. No,
I'm telling you, dude. Like,
I don't think so.
It's not helping the narrative. It's getting people who were open to getting the vaccine, and they realize that there's exemptions for members of Congress. There's exemptions for illegal immigrants. There's exemptions for the post office.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't help the cause when you have these exemptions that make no damn sense. You would think, okay, maybe you're exempt if you have a health condition. Maybe you're exempt if, I don't know.
Well, there's been some type of religious stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But the groups that are exempt make no sense for the cause. And you gotta wonder, like, what the heck is going on?
Well, I mean, look. So right. The groups don't make this doesn't make any sense. If you're going to mandate everybody except for, you know, certain people, that's pretty crappy, right? If you're going to say, oh, we're mandating everyone except for these people that have probably enough political clout to really fuck with me.
And then, you know, a normal person would be like, oh, okay, we're exempting certain people, but why? What's the reason for it?
Well,
and you're thinking, well, they're just
the Congress one's different. Congress is different.
Why?
Well, the Congress is different because it's not really a business, right? I mean, you can't say that Congress, and each one of them are, while they're somewhat, I guess, employed, they're not really employed by the federal government per se, because but they really aren't, because they're actually employed by the people.
The government is the people.
Right. Well, right. But the federal government and its and people do business with it, etc. That's and I guarantee I'm not agreeing with this, right? If you're going to make it mandatory, that means everyone should do it, right? It shouldn't be these special carved out communities that have enough political clout or whatever to not have to do it. But what I am saying is that's their reasoning, I guarantee you. And so I don't think it's because they don't. I mean, there's a lot of Congress, you know, people have gotten vaccines. So I mean, I don't think.
Where are the numbers? You know,
like how many have been? Let's see.
No, there really is no numbers. You can't tell. There's no definite number because they're not required to report it. See, when someone's employed by a company, you're required to report whether you've been vaccinated. So members of Congress don't have that kind of requirement.
Yeah, that's actually happened. Big time now.
So I'm just saying though, like,
well, no, actually, hold on. There are numbers. There are numbers, and this was back in May. 100% of all Democrats have been vaccinated. 44% of the members of the House. This is back in May. Oh no, hold on. There is a fact check. Who's all and so this is a kind of a who's all been vaccinated. Hold on. So Donald Trump, all 50 governors, both Republican and Democrat, have been vaccinated. Nearly 100% of the U.S. Congress. And so, yeah, I mean, quite a bit. So I see what you're saying, right? But they all got vaccinated too.
I don't know, man. I doubt that. I don't think there's definite numbers, but anyway,
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'll tell you what, though. If you don't like these mandates for the federal government that you have to get vaccinated, it's very simple how to get out of it.
Oh shit.
All you have to do is cross illegally from Mexico to the United States, and boom, you are not required to have the vaccine. Thank you very much, everyone.
Here comes.
There it is.
So here it is. The old
you want to be exempt from
no
the vaccine
clause. Yeah, I've heard of
you
this.
Want to be exempt from taking the vaccine? You just cross from Mexico illegally into the United States, and you are now a victim, first of all. So you get victimhood status, and you're not required to take the vaccine. This is not a
legal term. There's no legal terms for this. Well, except the majority of people in the world want the vaccine. We're the only country. We're the anorexia of the vaccine world.
No, there's people in Australia who don't want the vaccine.
Yeah,
have you seen the riots going on right now?
Oh, dude, because the government wouldn't put them under a police state. Of course, nobody wants a vaccine because everyone's going to get pissed. I mean, there's a way to ask, right? If you ask someone somewhat nicely, they're usually like, oh, okay. Like if someone's in your way, you say, oh, hey, excuse me, I'm can I get through real quick? Oh yeah, no problem. But if you say, man, fuck you, bitch, get out of my way, you're gonna have different reactions for the same basic question. And Australia just went full stupid. They just fucking lost their minds. They just started, becoming a police state. And if you do that, you antagonize your populace, which incurs, them basically being insubordinate to anything you say.
Yeah. Did you think it was weird? How Biden gave that speech talking about the vaccines, and he said this isn't about freedom.
Yeah.
Did you think that was bad? I mean, to see
that was gross. I'm not gonna lie. That was gross. I don't have much. I really don't have much to defend him on right now. I really don't. It's gross. Yeah. That was gross. It's not
the American president, the president of the United States of America, which has been a beacon of freedom for people all over the world, say that you are now required to do this because this is not about freedom. Do you understand what I'm saying about that? I mean,
no, I get you. So no, it's almost oxymoronic. Like you're the leader of the what was supposedly the freest country in the world, and you're telling people fuck your freedoms.
Exactly.
No, I get you. It's pretty gross, but at the same time, I can't defend any of that. Right? Freedom is the essence of this country, supposedly, unless you're black or Mexican. Or a woman,
whatever. Oh boy,
or a woman.
Here we go again.
Or a woman, because you're not allowed to make any choices. But
yes, you can drive.
If you're a white male, you get freedom. So I don't know, man. I just think that in regards to this whole situation when it comes to vaccines, and what he's saying it is gross, right? But vaccines, no matter how much I bag on them or not, are part of a solution, right? In a sense, it seems like they are. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Yeah. I don't have that, but I think masks also play a part of that solution. I think, there's a lot of parts that could help. But telling people this is not about freedom is pretty. It's almost it's just as ridiculous whenever we're having conversations about abortion rights and things of that nature. At some point, we have to start really thinking that people's choice should be what we fight for and not take away. But with COVID, it's just really complicated, man. It's really complicated. And for him to put it that way, I imagine, they could have written that better, so it didn't seem so fucking, authoritarian and fascist in a way. It's just like, your freedom is what we say it is. And that's not really freedom. That's not it. So yeah, I can't defend Biden. I mean, if you're out there and you're a big Rick fan, you're probably like touching yourself right now, going crazy, because I can't say much about Biden right now. But I'm gonna be very fair about him, and he's just shitty. And the Democrats are fucked, like I was alluding to. If something happens to him, in the sense of like, mental faculties really decline to the point that they can't hide it anymore, Kamala Harris is the most unpopular human being in America. There's like her, and there's that what's her name? The one that killed her daughter. Remember Florida? Remember that lady, the lady who got away with killing her daughter in Florida?
Oh yeah.
There's
Susan Smith.
There's
Susan
her.
Smith.
Yeah, there's no. What's her name? It was a young girl. It was a young girl who killed her daughter in Florida.
Oh, Casey Anthony.
Yes, there's Kate. There's right. There's so this is the pecking order. It's Casey Anthony, it's Hitler, and then there's like the Rosenbergs, the ones that were executed for doing what's it called for being spies against the United States. And then there's Kamala Harris, who basically is the most hated person in the country right now. Everyone hates her. Super narc.
Also, to just give that cute little laugh that she makes, and
that's
America
worse.
loves it,
Oh my God. Imagine if her and Jared Kushner had a child. The devil would just spring forth from the planet. It would be like it would be like what the South Park movie when whenever the devil pops up from the ground, that's what would cause it. Like
that kid would come up with hooves, man.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. It's going to look like fucking the devil's advocate. Remember whenever you had that chick laid out like, ooh, give me the baby child for the devil. That's what that is. Jared Kushner and Kamala Harris would make the devil. But that being said, Democrats really fucked themselves, because what are they going to do? Are you really going to tell a sitting president he can't run for president the next term?
I don't think he's going to make it, dude. I don't think he's going to make it.
I think the 25th could be invoked.
At some point. I think maybe year 3.
No, I don't even think he makes it to year. I don't think he makes it past year 2. I think the 25th will be invoked. I really do. I think the 25th will be invoked, and then Kamala Harris will be the first female president of the United States.
Wow.
And it'll be invoked by his own party.
It's going to be like invoked by his cabinet. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, like in the essence, it's going to be supported by the Democrats too. So they can this will be something that is it's going to be pretty sad. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. But I do see Kamala Harris as the first female president of the United States, which is pretty fucked up in a way.
Yeah.
She's the most unpopular ever. Yeah. Anyways.
Where is she again? Is she? So where is she at?
Man, there's, you know what? Fuck Waldo, right? You can't find her ass nowhere. I've never seen. She is hiding like she stole something. I mean,
maybe she's with that dude from Florida, man.
I don't know. Maybe
they're hiding together.
Man, she's hiding the same caves Bin Laden hid in. You can't find her nowhere, bro. She is nowhere. I mean, fuck. Where is she? And I think today I actually heard a statement. She said, "Well, she's going to talk to the Department of the DHS guy and figure out what's going on with this situation in Del Rio." It's like, what the dude? All you got to do is just look at the pictures, right? Yeah, dude. She is.
Just go down there and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
She can't go down there. She can't be bothered with all the peasants. She's just, dude. It's a really tough time to be a Democrat. Really tough time, because it's gonna be rough. I really see the midterms. Well, let me strike that. I think the midterms will be hotly contested because of the massive fuck up the Republicans did with this everything going on in Texas with this abortion bill shit. this could really fuck up Republicans too. I think both parties are trying to do shit so that neither of them are elected, so they don't have to take responsibility during one of the worst politically turmoil time in our country.
Do you remember that episode in South Park where they're playing baseball and the teams that intentionally try to lose?
Try to lose like, oh, fuck you. I just want to go home. I just want to get out of here.
That's what's going on. Hey,
Exactly.
we're going to lose this match. No, we are.
Well, it's like, remember that? I forgot what year it was. I forgot who was going to be. Oh, it was like the year Reggie Bush was going to be drafted. You know, he was coming out of USC. And so I forgot who the two teams were, but they called it the Bush Bowl, like the shitty bowl. The loser takes all, you know, because whoever had the worst record was going to get the first round draft pick.
Yeah.
For the NFL. So that's what I think that's what's happening right now, because they're both trying to find ways to poison themselves so they don't have to take advantage of anything right now. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, shitty fucking time. But not so bad for if you're working for Amazon, because they're going to start waiving drug screens for marijuana and testing.
Really?
Yes, sir. Per CNBC. Well, I know why. Because dude, now they're gonna be like, oh, whoa, wait. I can be high and work at Amazon. Fucking right. I mean, dude, if you had to work for Amazon, like running around like an asshole through one of those warehouses, bro, or you'd want to be high. Yeah, you want to be high too. So,
I mean,
but yeah, this
after a while, alcohol doesn't just do it anymore. You just want to sit down and smoke some weed and forget about your day, man.
Or get hypnotized and think that you're fishing all day. But the other proponent that Amazon also said it was that they are going to now start lobbying for marijuana legalization. So imagine this. The biggest company in the world is now handing out checks for marijuana legalization.
You know what it is? Huh. They're going to get on. They're going to get in on it.
You think, bro? How many people would be ordering weed from Amazon all day long?
I don't know if they're going to order from Amazon, but they definitely opened up some dispensaries.
No, bro, they're going to order straight from Amazon because they see. Okay, so right now I know in a bunch of other places there's weed delivery. You know, like I heard on a bunch of podcasts in California,
like Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. No. In California, right? Like, best fucking movie ever. But in California, they have something called speed weed, where they literally deliver your weed to you. So, dude, don't tell me Amazon won't have like a nice little sealed package. They already deliver alcohol. You can order alcohol
meds
from
too.
Meds. What do you think's next?
Yeah, weed.
Dude, I'm telling you,
that'd be cool.
There's going to be so much weed in Amazon trucks. Like it's oh my God. The whole, you know what? The whole country's gonna look like a Rastafari video in about 20 minutes after that shit goes legal. But very interesting that they're going to they said not only are we going to stop screening for it, but we want it to be legal in the United States.
That'd be nice. I'm still waiting for Amazon to compete with FedEx. I want them to compete with FedEx so bad.
I don't think so. I think that Amazon
I really do, man.
I think Amazon. I don't think
FedEx just F's up so much, dude. They really do.
And they don't. And the best part, not the best part, the worst part is they don't take any. Like if they fuck up, they're just like, oh, yeah, that sucks for you, bro.
Like that was $70,000 in that box, man. You just lost it. Like, that's fine.
Did you have insurance?
Well, if you could put $70,000 in a box, you have more money, right? So yeah.
Oh boy. Well, no, they're shit. But I don't think so. I think that FedEx is part of their business strategy. So I don't think FedEx is going anywhere. I really see. I think Amazon's making it's an interesting play. They're trying to get more people to apply to where they work, and at the same time be like the company that's like, not only do we not test for weed, but we are the ones that made sure that everyone could get weed.
Yeah,
that's a big public play, man. So we'll see. I think that was really crazy for them to throw that all in there. So we might see some substantial differences.
That'd be interesting to see if the DA budges on that.
What do you mean?
Interesting.
Well, dude, think about it. If they go if they, if they
And
go
then
all
they're
in,
removed from the schedule. Yeah.
think about it, dude. This would be huge. I mean, I'm telling you, Amazon's brilliant. What other market would be exploited? This is the ultimate market to be exploited. All it needs is a big time player with a vast distribution network. They're international. They can get weed everywhere now. Dude, I'm telling you, Amazon is not fucking around. They will be selling weed so fast. I'm telling you, man. I guarantee you, I bet you if you look at some of their portfolio, they have several like weed farms ready. So as soon as shit goes live, it's gonna be like their check mark's blue, it's gonna be green. It's gonna happen, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was really cool to see them busting out with that, man. So yeah. So
I just thought that they waived the drug test because if you look at their drivers, they're the kind of people that smoke weed. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, not only that, but yeah, well, yeah. But think about it. What other way would you de-stress from like not being able to use the restroom for 9 hours and having to meet quotas all day than smoking a joint? I mean, honestly, how just difficult would that be?
I want to see shroom caps. That's what I want to see.
Oh boy.
That's how you do it.
You're gonna see you're gonna see a bunch of packages that are like artistically delivered and shit to
nice.
You.
Just chilled, man. Just looking at the world like, yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my God, anyway. Dude. Oh my God.
Well, with that, man.
I think we're gonna take a little break. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna take a little break. So if you gotta go pee-pee, take care of your business. I imagine the illustrious Benjamin James is floating in the astral plane. We'll put some crazy vivacious tune that will give you that audible orgasm you've been searching for. So we'll be back in a little bit. And we're back talking about some wonderful topics and a lot of happiness. One of the ones we're going to touch on in the party in the back, which is not really a party in back this time. I think it's kind of more of a
current event, off topic kind of thing,
or just like it's like one of those like sad things. It's pretty gross. But let's go ahead and kick this one off with the more of the interesting and kind of gross topics. Was what's happening with Pfizer? So Pfizer currently is trying to get approval for their vaccine for children 5 to 11 years old. Several states are starting to talk about if this happens, that they're going to mandate vaccines for children between the ages of 5 to 11.
Oh, man.
This is big. This is big,
but dude, like, okay, you want to piss people off. You tell them that it's mandated that their kids get this vaccine that has been known to cause myocarditis in youngsters. You tell moms that.
This is rough. This is rough.
They said the French Revolution started when you pissed off moms, when you pissed off the women.
No, it started when the chick said, let them eat cake.
Yeah.
That's not moms, bro. That's
no, dude. No. I mean, things had been brewing in the French Revolution, and it kind of spilled over when you pissed off women. So you piss off women now. People are already pissed with these vaccine mandates on the adults. Okay, imagine when you tell them, "Oh, now your kids have to take this vaccine." You're gonna see a lot of people pissed off, man. A lot of heads are gonna roll.
Well, I think this is. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you kind of have to agree as common sense, but the reality also at the same time is this is happening. This is going to happen.
I don't think so. I mean, it will happen for about a week, and then it's going to stop.
Well, that's it. But we've said that about a lot of things, right? We said that about, okay. So what's his name? In Russia right now, what
Vladimir Putin?
No, the American that's living there because he ratted on everyone.
Oh, Snowden.
Snowden, right? He literally told everyone The government is taking all of your data and storing it, and they're basically peering into your life. There's multiple programs that are here to do it, et cetera, et cetera. This was the grossest abuse of our personal freedoms by far. And what happened?
Nothing.
So you think that so basically we learned that the government completely is in all of our data, is tracking us at all times, and basically has full control of us. But now you think that we're going to get pissed over some fucking vaccines for kids?
Oh,
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No, it is, dude, because no. It's very different when it's about you versus your kids. Okay.
Well, dude, but
I'm
we
pretty
already
sure
Go ahead.
that you would be more than willing to give your life for your kids. I know that.
All day long. I
All day
love my
long.
children.
Yeah, but you wouldn't take that care for yourself. Okay. For example, you're willing to do more for your kids than you would to for yourself any day, wouldn't you?
Right. I got you. Yeah, definitely.
So the government, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take the fucking vaccine. I need a fucking job. I need to make some money. Let me just do this.
Right.
But now you're telling me I got to give this to my kid? Nah, bro. No.
Well, are they really going to stop it though? How will they stop it? So you got to remember, vaccines are already a hot button topic for a lot of individuals already, just the regular ones. And and once again, I'm going to remind you that if you have a problem with regular vaccines, you're a fucking moron, and you need to go ahead and you need to find something to remove your ability to have children and remove your whole family from the gene pool. But that being said, you already have a substantial amount of people that have issues with that, right? So I don't know. I know what you're saying. Like, oh, we're gonna rise up, but I don't think we are.
No, it's not gonna be like a rising up in the revolution sense. It's gonna be a rising up of non-compliance. Hey, you know what? You want my kid to be vaccinated or he can't go to your public school? Fine. He's not going to public school then. And guess what? Public schools are going to lose money. No one's going to go to them. They're going to be forced to change your mind. Not only that, you're going to get a bunch of parents give these administrators an earful, just like they did with critical race theory. You saw that in Dallas all the time, I'm sure.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. It's still going on.
I mean, parents were still going to these meetings and just literally telling these people off. That was a critical race theory. Imagine what they're going to do when these guys are telling their parents, your kid has to be vaccinated with this vaccine.
Well, right. It's going to cause an uproar, but at the same time, I don't think anyone's going to. I think there's going to be some drama. People are going to grandstand, but eventually this is going through.
No, but here's the thing though. Knowing what the risks of the vaccine is, can you as a parent willingly take your child to that line to get injected?
I mean, right.
Can you do that?
Right. That's the scary question, right? Like, what is it going to take for me to do that?
Exactly.
Right? What happens if all of a sudden they start saying, oh, well, you no longer can basically participate in society, which is what they're kind of doing already. So that means you have to give up your business. You have to give up the way you provide for your children. You have to give up everything. What happens if they basically say you will not be able to get tax refunds or do these? Dude, they haven't pulled out. I mean, of all the stops, they pulled out less than 1% of them at this point. Trust me, if they want to, they're going to it's going to be how much are they willing to do?
I know, dude, but when you push someone to the corner and it involves their kid, you're going to see a huge backlash. I mean, it could be violent.
Well, I know, and I get you, and it could be, but I don't see it. I think what's going to happen, I think, is you're going to have a massive state rights versus federal rights blow up. You're going to see some rogue governors do some stupid shit.
Take this for example. You and I both have kids that are the same age, 3 years old, right?
Yep.
Imagine holding your little girl's hand.
No, dude.
And you're walking to the front of the line saying, okay, baby, you're going to have to get injected with this vaccine.
Dude,
Could you do it?
Bro, I feel you. But what happen. That's what I'm telling you, though.
Can you do it?
I'm
I can do
scared.
it.
Well, no, but I'm scared of what they're going to make you do to do it.
I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're willing to die for these kids.
Well, but the reality, well, okay, right. But are you going to be willing to basically give up and renounce your citizenship?
Maybe.
Where are you going to go?
Oh, whatever country doesn't require it.
Well, yeah, but then you got to start all over. Nothing in your hands.
Dude, anything for my kids, man. Anything
Well,
for my kids.
I did, right.
That's the rule.
I feel you. And I'm not trying to say one there's a right answer. I don't believe there's a right answer, but I do believe that everyone has a breaking point.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what they're going to do. But at the same time, will they make it a mandatory vaccine? I think the problem will be the schools are going to try to, some schools, especially in the Northeast, are going to try to make it happen. And colleges.
I'd like to see what those Northeast parents are going to do to these schools, man.
I think they'll go with it because, to be honest with you, man, they're that's where all the trials for children's vaccines, that's where they're all happening.
That's messed up, man.
No. They're definitely no. I saw some doctor talking about it today. Like, I'm just so excited. I had both my kids participate in this vaccine trial. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't want my child to ever be tested for any type of drug.
Exactly.
Ever. But I think there's a high acceptance rate of that. So we'll see. But
it could have caused paralysis. It could have caused myocarditis. It could have caused just a number of things. Guillain-Barré syndrome. It could have caused.
Right.
You never know. I mean,
it's spooky. It's very spooky.
And then you're the one who led your kids to the line. They trusted you as a parent to make the right decision, and you went ahead and invest experimental vaccine in them.
Yep. No, dude, like I said, I think when it comes to this, I think, but we got for sure what if they can mandate what they'll do with the children thing. But I do know that Pfizer is going to get it approved. They're talking about before Halloween.
Wow.
So the Pfizer vaccine will be approved from children 5 to 11. What they're doing is they're giving them a third of the dose of an adult.
Yeah, no, it's still no.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but nonetheless, that's a reasoning. And of course, will involve boosters. Of course, if y'all can't, I mean, this is a big cash trap. I'm not trying to say that the vaccine itself is necessarily nefarious, but I believe the business acumen behind the vaccine is pretty questionable.
Well, I'll tell you something. For those of you who don't keep track of medications and coming out, do you notice that medications don't cure anything anymore? The goal was to find a cure for some sort of a disease state, but medications don't find cures anymore. It's all about treatment.
Well, I think that's
quarterly treatments.
I will
cost shit ton load of money.
I will disagree a little bit. I think we just can't cure diseases.
No. I don't think I don't think the priority is in curing anymore. I think the priority is in treatment.
Well, the hepatitis C drug came out.
Yeah.
One cures it. But nonetheless, that's a big one, which actually treatment of hepatitis C was pretty extensive and pretty profitable with other drugs. But now they got something that'll kill it in 2 pills. So I just don't think we're able to do as much in medicine as one would think.
No. Think about this. Think about it's like a monthly subscription to Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that. Okay,
I get you.
You don't buy the streaming service. It's not like you can pay $100 and get a streaming service for forever.
Right.
No, they want you to keep paying every month. All right, like clockwork. And this is what medicine has become now.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's a monthly thing now.
That's why we should have socialized it a long time ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here you go with that socialist.
We had socialized that shit. Wouldn't have this problem because guess what? There wouldn't be such a profit motivation behind everything. Shit. AOC don't know what the fuck she's talking about. That dumbass wannabe fucking liberal. She don't even know what she's saying. She's wearing stupid dress that says tax the rich. She's wearing like a $20,000 fucking gown saying tax the rich. You're the rich asshole. You're wearing a dress that costs as much as people fucking make in a year. But tax the rich is of course across your ass. Give me a fucking break. What a fucking dipshit. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had to go off on that. But yeah, so everyone, just to let you know, but yeah, it's common. Pfizer's, they're talking about it getting approval for ages 5 to 11. That approval will happen before Halloween.
Although, we did touch on this on the previous show, I guess 2 shows ago, that we know people in the medical community who have actually vaccinated their kids already.
Several.
Yeah, several here too.
Yeah, several.
Doctors and pharmacists.
And against, like, literally just vaccinating them without any knowledge. They literally just vaxxed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of fucks. I mean, that no guidance, like literally black label vaccine. I guess that's the best way you can put it, right? Just literally against all the rules. They just did it because they had hands on it, and
their kid was just there.
Yep. It's pretty weird. It's kind of gross. But nonetheless, so just get ready. Pfizer's on its way for 5 to 11.
Another your kids, y'all.
I know. Just and another little story we can touch on too tonight is regarding this poor young lady, and I believe she's from Florida, right?
I think so. Yeah. They were originally from New York and they were in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. Gabby Petito.
We're a little late on the story.
Yeah.
But when the story first came out, it was still kind of new. There wasn't a lot of information. They were still looking for her, but now there is some sort of resolution. They found her body, they've identified it, and they've prematurely ruled it a homicide.
Oh yeah. So they totally ruled it a homicide.
Yeah. And now the dude's missing.
Well, right.
Or
yeah,
hiding.
He said he was going to go for a hike in some nature reserve.
Yeah.
So something like that.
I'll tell you what though, the behavior from this dude, I can expect it, man. You're guilty of a crime. You don't want you lawyer up. It's getting hot. You leave. My problem is with his parents. His parents are totally complicit in this whole matter.
Oh no, his parents are crazy. Like, well, so, and I don't know. We like allegedly, right? We have to say allegedly.
No, dude. His parents. I mean, if my son came to my house without his girlfriend, lawyered up, doesn't want to know where it is, I'd tell him to get the fuck out of my house. I'd be like, dude, you tell me where this girl's at. You tell the cops where this girl's at, or you leave my house. Because
it goes deeper than that.
What?
Well, they said, like, apparently they lied about him, about his car, him being gone. Yeah, no. They're more complicit than that. I wouldn't be surprised to see the parents get charges pressed on them too.
I hope so.
Yeah. Like apparently something along the lines of a car. They said, oh yeah, he took his car to the thing 5 days ago. And the neighbor's like, that car hasn't moved at all.
Wow.
So there apparently there's a little bit of like, they might be complicit in trying to hide him, but honestly, if you ask my honest opinion, I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
You think he shot himself?
Oh yeah, 100%. He killed himself. And I hate to break it to you, he killed himself in a swamp.
No.
They're never gonna find him. They're never gonna find him.
No, dude. I think
alligator ate his ass up. He's done.
He's domestic abuser, man. They're cowards, man. They are.
No,
they're not gonna do that.
Well, okay. So right, he is a piece of shit, straight up. But he also has I think this was mentioned earlier. He has a schizophrenia issue.
Wow.
So that adds another dimension. So you put an individual with schizophrenia, and let's say he's not on his medications, et cetera.
You put him in a car with a young girl who also has psychological issues and anxiety.
Well, no, they're two 20-year-olds in a car for several days. Fighting's going to happen. It's just reality, right? Two young people in a car for that many hours are going to fucking argue. They're going to get on each other's nerves. And unfortunately, this young lady just is probably paying the cost for it. But so that's why I think maybe he did do it. Because I think if you're schizophrenic, especially, I think your actions can almost at some point be non-controllable. So I think you do feel remorse for some of the things you've done. And so I do think that he probably murked himself. I'm not 100%, of course, but I'm pretty sure like
I
that
have
doesn't
heard
make
the theory, though.
sense. Huh.
I have heard the theory though, where
Ooh, what is
he
this?
where he committed suicide somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I, I really think that's really what's happening. I mean, he has nowhere he can go. I mean, he can't hide out in the swamp forever. No one can do that. It's not a forgiving environment. It's not one conducive to anything but getting eaten by alligators. So I don't know. It's pretty sad, but apparently along the road, they have all this video of the troopers and everything. And also there's a mention of 2 other people that were killed in the same vicinity.
yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, but they're not touching on that angle. And at first I was just telling Amy, I go, what happens if it was like one of those weird murder suicide pact things or something, where like the Bonnie and Clyde type shit. Maybe
Yeah.
he wussed out and didn't do it. I don't know. In the end, I mean, we'll probably never really know what happened between them. I highly doubt it. I mean, so far they're saying that it was homicide, so that's kind of that's a rough one. So we may never know exactly what happened.
Hey, well, here's the thing now. You touched on something there. There was a couple that was murdered. It was
Yes.
2 females that were murdered. They stayed in the same hotel as this couple.
Yep.
And now this woman was murdered, this young girl. And I'm thinking, dude, like, how much murder is going on at these parks, man?
Bro.
And then you had like 3 other people that disappeared at Grand Teton National besides this nice young lady.
I'm telling you, what happens if they were predators?
What
happens if they were like fucking predators, like fucking like straight up like murder, dude? Well, no, not fucking the Predator.
I'm not sure what I thought you were talking about actual movie Predator.
Like human predators. They were like fucking. They're not like fucking. Come on, dude. That's fucking. That'd be awesome.
I'm pretty sure that took place in a national park. So
I'm pretty sure if someone mentioned that, yeah, dude, it did. The fucking Predator is a national park, but what happens if what happens if it was like a weird Bonnie and Clyde thing? Where they were like on a crime spree, a murder spree, and then they were going to kill themselves. Something weird happened. Something really, really fucked up happened, but we'll never know. I mean, it more likely, unfortunately, is just a guy off his meds, young kid, too much stress, too much ridiculousness, and to be quite honest with you, he just killed her. And it's going to be sad, but I don't think we find this guy alive. I mean, I could be wrong. Watching the next 5 minutes, hiker found hiding out behind a tree. But I'm pretty sure, right? Well, I'll be honest with you, he might be. I mean, his parents are complicit, so they may even be hiding the timelines, right?
That's the disgusting part, though, man. The parents, I can't imagine that a parent would go this far to protect their murderous son. So far as to prevent a family from finding their daughter.
Yeah.
And maybe even aiding him in escaping law enforcement.
Oh yeah, no. These people are fucked up. These people are fucked up.
Yeah, the father should be the one to say, like, son, if whatever is done, and you have to face justice for what you've done.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but something's definitively wrong with this young man. And sometimes, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So, the parents, something weird's happening. But in the end, I mean, this young girl's dead. But
yeah,
what's kind of gross to me has been the blossoming of some of these conversations regarding this. In particular, there's a CNBC anchor who was basically talking shit. Well, everyone has this white girl missing syndrome because, of course, someone had to politicize it.
Oh my God.
And polarize it, saying that, because it's a little white girl who's lost, that's why it's a big deal. If this was a black girl, would it be? So that's the flip side of this, is that it's also somehow the murder of a young kid has now somehow also polarized society a little bit, saying, it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. And I gotta look up the exact quote, but yeah,
I've heard those arguments too. But here's the deal. It's a national story because one, she was an Instagram influencer. She had a
Right.
YouTube page. She was a public personality. Okay. The FBI got involved because it's across state lines now. Okay.
Right. Right.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I've never, whether she's white or black, I don't
Well,
never see that too much, but
it's pretty gross, right? It's just like what? Like I don't know. It's just like what does that have to do with anything? Like I understand, look, there's a lot of drama when it comes to I definitely think that there's a lot of communities that are marginalized in the society, but to kind of like push every single topic that occurs and just kind of try to steer it into that direction, it's kind of gross to me. I mean, right now we should just be like, look, I feel so bad for our parents, I feel bad for our family, um, things like that. People trying to
yeah.
make shit out of nothing, and then to me, it's kind of gross. So yeah, man, it's just like what. And so that was the other thing. So prayers out to that.
Well,
That,
no,
that
wait. I'll
girl's
tell you what though.
parents, man.
Hold on a second.
Oh no, you can
I
continue.
have a
I'm just saying
retort to
prayers
that.
out to her.
I have a
Oh,
retort to that. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah, I mean, people are saying that she is a white girl and she's getting this attention and missing white girl syndrome. But dude, I mean, there are crimes that get reported done on black people. I mean, look at George Floyd. That was a white cop beating, killed a black man.
right,
How many times is it the reverse, where a
right,
black cop kills a white man? That isn't getting attention,
right, exactly.
right? So it's the same. It's the same thing.
Well, it is and it isn't. Well, I wouldn't say exactly, but right, it is and it is.
I
I
mean,
think I
did
don't
we just forget about George Floyd? I mean, they just burned half of the country down. I mean,
well, I think what she's trying to I think what you just have is an instigator, right? You just have a
yeah, shit
shitty
starter.
person, a shit starter who wants to try to sell, who gets clickbait. And so of course the first thing she's going to say is, oh well, it's because she's a white girl, that's why everyone's worried. And that's just a shitty thing to say. We should just be concerned that she's a human being that's missing. So yeah, I think that was pretty gross to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
And you have
from
grieving
this,
parents
but
too, man.
oh
I mean,
god, think about it. And then you have
oh, dude, yeah.
well, you think about it, you really have two sets of parents. One that's severely got some fucking problems, but people are gonna lose their kids for life.
I have another theory.
And
Though,
these are
too.
20-year-olds. These are fucking 20-year-olds.
I have a theory. This dude, he's missing, right? And I think the reason the parents say he's missing and not hiding is because he may have been kidnapped by somebody who wanted to know more about this case. I mean, remember, he was missing
shit,
before they found.
You're talking about some vigilante.
Some
type
vigilante.
Shit.
Some vigilante.
Interesting. I like this. I like this.
I mean, how do you know that didn't happen? I mean, remember, he went missing before they found her. But now that they found her, I mean, I don't know, they're probably just torturing him now or something.
Oh,
but
dude.
How do you
think
know?
about that? That'd be crazy. Well, okay, but
yeah.
Well, okay. Let's say, okay, life's different, right? Let's say if you get somebody like him in an interrogation where like pain's involved, he's gonna spill his fucking guts pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This isn't like some hardcore guy. He's just, he's just a douchebag. So he would break pretty quickly. I think if that was the case, we would already have resolution pretty quickly. I think the dude just murked himself. Oh, and
also,
it was NBC's Joy Reid who called the Gabby Petito case missing white woman syndrome. Sorry, just to be direct.
Isn't that the woman who got torched by Nicki Minaj?
I don't know. Oh, just not talking about
Uncle
Nicki
Tamiana.
Minaj. Oh God. Oh God.
What? That's what Nicki Minaj called her.
Nicki Minaj. Oh boy.
Anyway,
but go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I was also looking at another angle. As you know, both you and I have dealt with lawyers in the past.
Yes.
How do you think this guy's lawyer is behaving now? I think he's more worried about getting paid. Right now.
No, he actually even sent a statement, I guess, saying "Rest in peace, Gabby Petito."
Yeah, but
he's in the limelight. This is one of those glory hounds.
Oh, you think so? He's doing it for free.
Oh yeah.
He's
Oh yeah.
risking
Well,
the.
they always do. They always do. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Anytime there's a serious murder trial, unless it's a super rich person, they do it for free. What's his name? Did a couple. It's more for the glory, because it's like, yo, this guy got. I mean, what's his name with
Like Casey Anthony's lawyer, Baez.
exactly, balling more money than you can imagine, because everyone knows, like, wait, you got Casey Anthony off? Oh fuck yeah, you're gonna get me out of my cocaine charge. You know, it's
Casey Anthony got me off.
no, he's so stupid, so fucking stupid. But yeah, I think his attorney's glory hounding it. I think he's gonna have an amazing attorney if he's still alive, but I don't think so. I think this is just gonna end up them. I don't know. See, that's the other part, is if he does kill himself in that place, there's like alligators everywhere. It's the fucking swamp. Like, they're not gonna find. So this could end up. Unfortunately, could just end up one of those closed cases. Just nothing you can do. The main suspect is still at large, and that's how it goes. So it's pretty sad. Never found. It's pretty sad. It's really fucked up. But hopefully your parents just oh man, pray for his parents.
You know what? The dude's parents deserve not to have closure, man. They helped this guy out too much.
I really hope that. I mean, and this is allegedly, so I don't know everything regarding what their complicitness has been. So I'm not going to state it for fact. But if you were complicit in allowing this to happen to someone else's child, you're part of the problem with a lot of things. Because, like, don't get me wrong. Like, let's say my kid or someone's, let's just say hypothetically, my kid got into a fight with another guy and killed him, right? And he comes to me. Will I hide him? I don't know.
No.
Well,
no.
Let's say it's a fist fight, something happened. We'll never know. I'm not going to say yes or no. I mean, that's
I would not hide my kid. I'd be like, look, man, you fucked this shit up.
I don't know. It just depends. But if I had a son, if I had a child that did something like in regards to domestic abuse, that's when I have to say no, man. You gotta turn yourself in. You what you did was really bad. I can't in good conscience protect you anymore like that. I mean, because you have to have some morality. Even there's a code amongst thieves too. So, I just feel like his parents could have done. His parents did. Something happened with the parents, so that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But
hey, something happened in Florida also.
Oh, what happened? Oh, dude, what is up with Florida? Jeez.
Yeah, man, I don't know, dude. It's Ron DeSantis is Florida. That's how it is,
What a shithole. Oh, but love you, Florida.
We have America just created 4 new astronauts through capitalism.
Oh, yes. It's not except they got to go for free.
Well, so, it was a billionaire who paid for 3 tickets.
Still got to go for free. I think it's more like socialism.
No, dude, a business billionaire paid for 3 rando strangers to go with him to space.
Well, I don't know.
That's how that works.
Kind of society doing its job, maybe.
What? You're an idiot.
That's fucking with you. I just wanted to see you get all mad. I love busting your balls on your fucking little principle. Like, no, it's capitalism. That's how it happens.
Capitalism. The industry. No, but we have 4 new astronauts that paid their way into space, and they're
fucking
literally
real astronauts too. These motherfuckers went up there. They were like.
They trained for 6 months.
And they are 225 kilometers up there, right? It was a substantial, they are really up there. I think they were not low Earth orbit, I think. Hold on. So,
so space tourism is a thing now. Tesla is selling tickets to space.
Dude, how fucking awesome would that be? Come on, that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah. For a long time, it was just relegated to government employees, but now space is open to anybody who has the money for it. And of course, as time goes on, prices will get lower. Pretty soon, we're gonna have a Spirit Space Industries. Spirit Airlines Space.
Dude, look, I'm gonna give a PSA right now. If Spirit opens up a space division, don't get on that bitch. You just don't need to go to space. If you can't go with somebody other than Spirit, then you don't need to go to space. Because guess what? You're
$50.
not. Yeah, you're gonna go to heaven. I guess that's kind of space, but that's the only place you're going because you're gonna burn up in a ball and it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be a bad death. So just stay the fuck off of Spirit space lines. Okay.
You're not going to space, you're going to heaven.
That's it. It's kind of space. It's up there, I guess. So good fucking luck. They'll catch you on the flipper. I mean, dude, dude, how terrifying would it be? Like, oh, sir, we switched your flight to Spirit space lines. Fuck it. I'm not going to space. Just not gonna go.
What happened to SpaceX?
Sir, the Earth is about to be hit by a giant asteroid. Taking my chances. I think I got a better chance. I got a better chance here than taking Spirit space lines. I'll tell you that right now. Fuck it, dude.
I mean, you're gonna be crammed into the little space pod with like 11 people.
Oh, bro, right? You're like, oh, it's gonna be smelly. It's almost worth the incineration by the comet. But yeah, dude, this is pretty far. I think they went up 225 kilometers. They went substantially higher. They were literally in orbit for 3 days. So that's pretty neat, man. They really got to live the dream. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It was 3 strangers too. 3 random people that he picked out of a lottery.
Yep.
To go with him to space. Isn't that crazy?
Fucking awesome. I mean, think about it. They fucking went to space for 3 days. They got to, and their capsule had like a little bubble that they could look out. And so like, oh my God. I mean, the most craziest pictures, like selfies, like a motherfucker of like the curvature of the earth. So all you flat earthers can go fuck yourselves. Like really, really fucking cool shit. So yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, is that the new thing now? Is every billionaire now just in the space race? And
pretty much.
It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. I think this is where the benevolence of society could possibly begin. That's where we get the Star Treks, and we get the socialized system that allows us to concentrate on going into the stars. I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. But you also have to look at the aspect that in the end, if we go into space and we could actually travel through space, all the world's economies would be completely destroyed.
Why is that?
Because every single raw material is available in infinite abundance in the universe. There's a fucking star.
Bringing it back.
Right. But that's why I put the caveat. If we could literally travel space relatively easily to go a substantial distances, like let's say we figure out the wormhole bullshit or whatever. There's a star made out of diamonds. There's a star that compressed, didn't go full supernova, and is literally a core of diamonds, like something like the size of the earth. What would that do? There's an asteroid.
Well, I'll tell you what. Diamonds would still be expensive because diamonds are made out of carbon, which is the most abundant element on Earth.
Right.
And they're still expensive.
I know. Well, that's because a bunch of fucking don't make me get started on the diamond ring.
No,
shit.
I know.
Oh, what a scam. But that's what I'm saying. But also there's asteroids that have so much gold as their component that it would wipe out every world economy. It would triple the supply of gold or something. It's pretty nuts. So I think that's where we're at though. Right. I think that's where, I think that's where billionaires are looking out going, well, that shit's boring, but the same thing happened with billionaires and airplanes, they all had one. Hughes, all those other great engineers and stuff. I mean, they did that with aeronautics.
Eventually it just became available to the masses in a very short amount of time too.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see before we take our dirt naps, it'd be relatively cheap. $20,000 probably.
Yeah.
$25,000.
I just want to say that it's our space talk. That Star Trek Voyager is going to be out of Netflix at the end of the month. It's real upset. It's really upsetting me.
It is upsetting. A fucking great series.
It is, dude.
I love it.
I've been binging on it every night.
I fucking love it, dude. I love it. I do. You know what? Actually, the best one is
Which one?
Stargate. Stargate, the
Stargate?
series. It's 13 or 14 seasons. MacGyver is the captain for the first 10 seasons. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the he's like their team leader. When I say epic, this show is fucking epic. It's really good. It's
Is
the
it on
best.
Netflix?
Maybe I gotta double check, but it's Stargate the series, and
I'll
don't
check it out.
do Stargate. Don't it's Stargate SG1 the series because they spun out other ones. There's Stargate Atlantis. There's Stargate Continuum. There's a couple of other ones. Really, they're all good, but
Does it
SG1's the bomb.
SG1, does it start where the movie ended?
Yes, exactly
Okay.
where the movie ends. Dude, which by the way, if you haven't seen Stargate, you need to go fucking watch it. Greatest fucking movie. What I love that movie.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
awesome.
very underrated.
Well,
Extremely
and the
underrated.
concept was fucking out of this world.
Yeah, it
Right?
was.
It literally took the ancient aliens crazy shit and ran with it. And oh my god, so fucking good. Yeah. I don't want, I mean, I guess spoiler.
It's like in the
Been
movie
fucking out for like
since
25
90s.
years and shit. But yeah, dude, the fucking series is for each one of them are 45-minute or hour episodes. They used to be on HBO. So HBO spent a lot of money. They produced the first 10 seasons, and then the last 4 or 5 seasons solely produced by fans. The money
Really?
produced. Yes, they were that beloved. And then they tried to do some spin-offs like Babylon, Atlantis, or no, Stargate Atlantis. There's another Stargate, and then there's Stargate Continuum. Oh my god, that one was fucking crazy. Somehow they stargated and they got trapped on a ship that has this drive that feeds off of suns, and it jumps from location to location every 36 hours. It'll just do a hyper jump, or every so many hours. And so they had to deal with the logistics because they're on a ship. They don't have food. So when they get to an area, they have only so long to case it to see if there's somewhere they can get water and food. And dude, it's nuts.
Nice.
Really good series. But they canceled it. Fucking sucks, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
sucks. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, one more thing to touch on. Big fucking homework. The greatest science fiction novel ever, Foundation, is being made into a series, and it will be on Apple Plus, and it starts September 24th. Must fucking watch it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so awesome. If you haven't had the chance, Isaac Asimov wrote a series called Foundation series. It is bar none, right? Probably next to Hyperion, which was another great. It's probably they're tied. Hyperion and Foundation, the greatest science fiction ever written, and the prose and the concept are just amazing. So if you're bored, you got Apple Plus, or I think that even lets you do the 7 days for free. Check it out. It's gonna be the fucking bomb. Really good
Nice.
shit. Yeah, man. So with that, I guess now we're doing TV and film critic.
Nice. Yeah.
Lately, fuck it, dude. We're
I'm all about
multi-dimensional.
sci-fi. Yeah, dude.
Dude, I love, dude. Seriously, have you read Foundation?
Never.
You need to go home.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god! So as soon as we get done, you need to go onto Amazon Kindle, get yourself fucking a copy of Isaac Asimov's Foundation. One, read it. It's not a long, super crazy read. The concept though will make you shit your pants. Isaac Asimov. So this is the same
Isaac
guy
Asimov. Okay.
Yeah, Matt.
Foundation.
Hugely popular. Foundation. It will change your life. It's so fucking awesome.
I'll check it out.
Great book. Yeah, that's my great book recommendation for all you sci-fi.
Man, it's like
people
more than Oprah's recommendation, dude. This is gonna go to like New York Times one.
Oprah don't do
bestseller.
shit. She don't know what the fuck she's saying. If you watch, fuck it. You read Foundation. If you come away from that book without any fucking like wow, you might have some serious deficiencies. But with that being said, I think we're going to wrap this one up tonight. Ben's probably going to drop all the awesome notes in order for you to find us and reach us. And if you like Foundation or any type of sci-fi, let us know. Give us some suggestions on something I haven't read. I've been lucky enough in my life to read quite a few books, and sci-fi is my shit. So if you find anything that's really cool, please let me know. Or maybe I've already read it and I can agree with you. But you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, just any of those. If you just drop a line, say, hey, this is my favorite book, I'll let you know. Or if you want some suggestions too. So fuck it. So you guys have a good night. And anything for you to say? The brown python?
Not
Are you going to be
much,
snaking
man.
out any pipes? Freeing up the sewers there in Houston?
No, not today. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Blood flow isn't ready for it. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you later. Peace.
Late.